Hey everybody, welcome to the 5th episode of Apostle Sportswear featuring Free Range Ministry, which is our homeless ministry that we do here in Kansas City. Just wanted to take a few minutes to make this video and just give you guys an update of what we've been doing the last few weeks. If you guys follow us on Instagram or on Facebook, you've seen that a few weeks ago we started doing some cookouts for the homeless community that we work with on Monday nights at Church Under the Bridge. We started that 3 weeks ago. And the first night we just cooked for one of the locations, and we were able to feed at least 60 people at that location. We had a lot of volunteers come from church. Had a lot of the kids that came and helped as well. They really enjoyed being out there and serving and helping. But like I said, we were able to feed about 60 people at that location. And then the next week we went over to the second location that we do Church Under the Bridge at, and we fed the 50 or 60 people that were at that location, and then made additional food that we then took over to the first location. And that night we probably fed over 100 people in total at both locations. So thank you to everybody that helps donate to that. I know we have people here locally that donate financially, and then all of our customers at apostlesport.com, the profits that we get from the shirts and the hats and things that we sell there, those profits go to help support that ministry as well. So thank you to everybody that helped with that. We really, really appreciate it. The guys and gals that we work with really appreciate it. It's good to kind of make an event every now and then out of the services that we do. And like I said, kind of doing an extra cookout. Typically with the services, what we do is we have kind of your typical structure of church. We start the service and have a few songs. Someone delivers a message, have a couple more songs, and then we end the service. And we have basically a food van that comes by. It's called the Vittle Van. It's one of the ministries that kind of come together and work together for this Church Under the Bridge outreach. And they serve sub sandwiches and chips and things like that. And then for what we did the last couple weeks was, like I said, we kind of made it more of an event. We brought out a big grill, cooked hamburgers and hot dogs. Went through a couple hundred hamburgers and a couple hundred hot dogs and chips and waters and drinks and things like that for everybody. So thank you guys so much that were a part of that. And like I said, everybody that volunteered and everybody that helped donate and support what we're doing. So thank you guys for that. We really, really appreciate it. None of it would be possible without you guys. And things that you guys can do to help us. One is to share apostlesport.com with everybody that you know. So that they can see the shirts and the hats and different items that we sell there. Like I said, the profits from that go to help this ministry as well as other ministries around the world. And then also you guys can follow us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, and share all those social media sites with everybody. So the bigger our following gets, the more support that we have for this type of ministry and outreach, and the more money that's available to give to missionaries around the world. So that's the way you guys can help us with that. We really appreciate it. With the fall weather setting in and winter just around the corner, we're going to kind of start some of the campaigns that we do for getting together warm clothes to hand out. Last year we printed up a bunch of Apostle Sportswear hooded sweatshirts and gave those out. And we'll set something up where everybody can basically participate in that. We'll run a special on the website where people can purchase shirts that go directly to the ministry that we can hand out. And then also we'll probably do a clothing drive here pretty soon where we collect hooded sweatshirts and jackets and gloves and stocking hats and different things like that from people here locally, or some people ship things to us, and we'll be able to distribute those to the community that we work with. And then we may also do the winter coats that we do. If you guys kind of look through some of our Instagram posts and videos that we have, and there may be some of this on YouTube as well, but we have basically bought these coats from an organization out of Detroit that employs homeless individuals to manufacture these special coats that are heavily insulated, and the coat actually converts into a sleeping bag. And so we've handed out a couple dozen of those to people here in Kansas City. We purchase those through that organization in Detroit, and then they ship them to us and we can distribute those. So we take donations for those typically every year as well. So if you guys want to be a part of that, that's something that we'll do as well. So look for those events kind of coming up on social media. We'll promote those. We'll put some things up on our website as well. And any of those that you guys want to be a part of, definitely reach out, send us a message, and we'll get connected and get you guys plugged in on how everybody can participate and help in those things. So kind of a thank you in advance for those. And like I said, just a heads up for those coming out here in the next few weeks. Another thing I wanted to give you guys an update about is really the main reason that we're doing this ministry. We were able to lead an individual to Christ a couple weeks ago as a young man that we've been working with for probably 18 months, maybe almost 2 years now. And it's that long process of building meaningful relationships with people and answering their questions, going through their life experiences, objections, if you want to call them that, just their concerns and worries and what they think about Christianity and just all those things that come along with witnessing and sharing the gospel with people and really being able to apply apologetics in a real life situation where you're sharing the gospel and answer questions that people have. Like I said, this individual has become a dear friend of ours. And we've been talking to him, like I said, for 18 months or more, and sharing the gospel with him, and just having conversations with him, and answering any questions that he has. And a couple of weeks ago, he gave his life to Christ, and it was a great moment because those don't happen every single week. That, like I said, building trust and building these relationships out on the street takes time, and so this is one of those victories that happens, and I want you guys to know about it and to celebrate it. Again, everybody that supports what we do out on the streets has a small part in that, whether it's financial support or donating clothes or just encouraging and praying for us. You guys have a small part in that and enable us to go out and do that and to share the gospel and to build these relationships with men and women on the streets. So like I said, it was just something I wanted to share with you guys. And really the lesson from it that I took away, and that I hope you guys take away from it as well, is that when you're sharing the gospel with people, it's not always just a one-time situation where you share the gospel and someone accepts Christ. That's actually, from my experience, that's rarely the case. Most of the time, it's a long-term relationship that you have to build trust. You have to be genuine, that you care and love each other, and basically over time you're answering questions and answering objections and just letting God work on their heart until the time is right that they're ready to accept Christ. And so just a word of encouragement: don't get discouraged in these situations and relationships that you have where you're praying for somebody or you're sharing the gospel with them and they're not responding right away, that they're resistant, that they have a lot of different objections, and it takes multiple conversations and multiple times of sharing the gospel and going over these objections with them before they ever accept Christ. I think the key thing that this individual told us was the genuine love and concern that we had for them, the compassion that we had, just the example that we were and that other people were that came into his life and cared enough about him to share the gospel, even when he had objections, even when he fully rejected the gospel and didn't want any part of it. We still loved him. We still were friends with him. We still took time to share with him and just show that we genuinely cared about him over an 18-month to almost 2-year period. We never judged him for his lifestyle. We never judged him for the decisions that he makes on a regular basis that wouldn't be considered quote unquote Christian Christian lifestyles or Christian decisions or things that he chooses to do in his life that most of the time and most church people would say they disapprove of. So it's just having that loving relationship, not judging him, but loving him instead of critiquing him and objecting to how he lived his life. Those were the things that that helped lead him to the gospel. was the relationships that we built with him. And it wasn't just us. It was a lot of people that come down and volunteer at Church Under the Bridge that would spend time with this young man and talk to him and answer questions and just, like I said, genuinely care about him. So I hope that's a little bit of encouragement to everybody, that not to get discouraged with some of these relationships that you may have where you're sharing the gospel and things aren't happening. We all want people to come to Christ because we love them. And we know that Jesus is the way and the truth and the life, and no one comes to the Father except through him. And so that genuine love is what compels us to share the gospel with people. It's not because we want them just to be on our team or we think we're right and they're wrong, but it's this genuine belief in Jesus Christ and what the Bible tells us about who we are as people, who we are as sinners, and that the only solution for that is Jesus Christ. So continue to press on. Don't get discouraged. Keep sharing the gospel. Keep loving on people. And just remember that those relationships that you're building, those are going to be key to someone coming to Christ whenever the time is right. So I hope you guys, like I said, take away a little bit of encouragement from that. And hope you guys are having a good week. And we will talk to you guys later. We'll give you another update here soon on what we have going on. And again, just kind of look for some of those things coming out on social media as far as clothing drives, ways to donate, ways to help out the homeless community here in Kansas City as the winter months kind of start settling in and the temperatures start changing here. So again, like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram and on Facebook. We just thank you guys for all that you do, and we love you guys, and we hope you have a great week. Talk to you later. Bye.